Greetings, Benjamin J from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, I have set up a fifth rail, as you see, and just to prove a point, I just grabbed all the derusted bits and pieces that I have laying around, as you can see. So there's American Flyer track, Lionel O-gauge track, not 027, Lionel O-gauge track. This is a piece of Menards track. So all derusted junk, as you can see. However, after you derust this stuff, this is the result. As you see, we've got good constant speed all the way around this rail. So, derusted junk track. A lot of times you can find a box of rusty track and somebody will give it to you. My neighbor gave me that box of rusty track, a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, if you derust it in 5% vinegar, this is the result. It won't make it look nice, as you see. It still looks like old, nasty track. The thing is, it conducts electricity. As you see, it runs as well as new track does. That's running just absolutely splendidly, and this is some junk track. Bottom of the line, this stuff was so rusted you couldn't use it. Just absolutely covered in rust. As you see, it's up and running. So the fifth rail setup, and there's all kinds of different track on here. As you notice, this piece is actually banked. So it's just a hodgepodge of old junk track. But as you see, once you derust it, it runs as well as any other track does. That's why I always say you can do this pennies on the dollar. A lot of times you go to a hobby shop that sells trains, and in lots of cases they'll have boxes full of old rusty track. And many times they'll just give it to you. They're not going to derust it. They couldn't use it if they did. They couldn't sell it. So in any case, a couple bucks of 5% white vinegar. You don't have to scrub it. You don't have to do anything. You just wait for the rust to literally fall off the steel. And as you see, this is running splendidly. That is 6 volts. Let's take it up to 7 volts. There's 7 volts running on DC on this derusted track. As you see, it's running absolutely perfectly. Let's take this a bit faster. So again, I'll stress it, don't overlook the junk. You can take some real junk track, derust it, and you're up and running. And running really well. No problem with this track at all. And this is a hodgepodge of different track. You've got Menards track, American Flyer track, Lionel O-gauge track. Just a literal hodgepodge of all different kinds of track, all plugged together. Now the Menards, the American Flyer, and the Lionel O-gauge are all the same size. Same height, they take the same pin size. So they're compatible with each other. Like I said, this is a combination of all three. American Flyer, Lionel O-gauge, and Menards. And as you see, it's running just absolutely splendidly. No problem with this at all. So in any case, a fifth rail set up and running. Just a bunch of old used tracks. So I thought I'd do a quick video on this. Don't know if I'm going to leave it up or not, but gave me something to do. So just a quick video on derusted track. As you can see, it's worth the time it takes to do it. Track is expensive. In this case, you can set up a layout for pennies on the dollar, sometimes for free, for the price of a couple of gallons of vinegar. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.